So, today we are going to cover the most important elements of communication in your personal and professional life. So, for all those who are online, there are certain basic communication skills that are mostly going to be in demand in the coming years from 2022 onwards until the coming few years. They have been fundamental communication skills which have been there for quite some time and are going to be in practice for the coming years as well. So the first one is to have your written and oral communication. Verbal communication is using the words to convey information, and it includes both written and oral communication. What do you mean by oral communication skills? Oral communication skills means that you can speak clearly, concisely, and without misinterpretation, meaning the other person does not have the wavelength to misinterpret what you are communicating. That's essential even if your job isn't centered around speaking. Say you are probably a junior level officer. Still, having good oral communication skills is a must if you want to establish a rapport with your colleagues, with your immediate managers, supervisors, bosses, and really become an excellent professional communicator. The second one is written communication. It is as important. Now, while there may be a few jobs that does not require specific writing skills, 90% of the times there will be cases where you will have to write some form of communication. Whether you are writing emails to your colleagues, whether you are drafting a report to your boss, whether you are communicating with customers via emails and so on. So if you are skilled at a particular kind of writing such as copywriting or editing, do make sure that you mention that in your resumes irrespective of what post you are applying for. The next one and a very important skill is presentation. Having presentation skills does not mean that you are good at presenting a PowerPoint presentation in front of your colleagues. It's important to understand that presentation skills are also about how you present your ideas and intentions in the workplace, or about how you present yourself, whether you are in a job interview or whether you are up for promotion or any of those. Now, as such, it's another must-have communication skill for your resume, whatever the field that you are working in. Now, these could mean that you want these skills, this presentation skills specifically in all sorts of situations. For example, if you are a software engineer, you might need to explain how your code works. If you are a statistics guy or a finance guy, presenting your financial data to your bosses, managers, customers is a skill. Especially if you are in sales manager explaining to the client about why they need this product or a service, or if you are a junior salesperson, you need to explain this to your colleagues or to your managers on why you can be promoted to a senior position. The third important aspect is about active listening. Now, active listening requires paying close attention to the speaker by engaging with them to ensure that you get the essence of the conversation. It's additionally involving removing of all the other distractions, and I have said this in one of my previous videos, asking clarifying questions, thus making sure that you are hearing the speaker. The next one is non-verbal communication. Non-verbal communication consists of more than just speaking. because it involves body language, postures, gestures, eye contact patterns, facial expressions, and so many other things. Now, this type of communication often helps inciting trust, building trust with your co-workers, with your clients, more than that of what you can do with verbal communication. At the same time, it makes it possible for you to see beyond what a person is saying and right into what they mean by it or what they feel when they are communicating. Another important thing is feedback. Both providing the feedback and accepting is a skill that goes hand in hand with several other communication parts, such as active listening, respect, open-mindedness, teamwork, and so on. Speaking of respect, it is one of the most fundamental of successful communication and a skill to bring along in your job interviews, in your everyday career, in your job role. It involves active listening and patience, and it is vital that if you are to be considered or promoted to any other further job, respect is something that is absolutely important. Next is confidence. And NLP can help you build this confidence, which is a skill in line necessary for a first good impression. Whether you are attending a job interview, or if you are in your regular career, or even in personal life. Confidence, if you're wondering, yes, you can be respectful and confident at the same time, and the two are not mutually exclusive. It is equally important to understand that. Some ways to appear more confident includes maintaining eye contact during the job interview, sitting up straight, having your shoulders upright, speaking in a friendly but firm and good tone of voice, and preparing in advance so that you don't stumble on your words. The next important aspect is clarity. Clarity is an indispensable part of oral communication. It involves structuring your thoughts logically and using the right words to convey what you want to communicate effectively. The next one will be honesty. Honesty is a communication skill you should strive to incorporate in all aspects of your professional and personal life. As a rule of thumb, honesty should be characterized with your work, obviously, because it's about your skills and qualification, which is less dependent, but be rest assured that at some point in time, honesty will play a big role in in your professional and personal life. Friendliness, you might be wondering, how can you be both friendly and professional? Well, friendliness doesn't have to stand in the way of professionalism, just like confidence doesn't stand in the way of politeness. The next one, and very important one, is public speaking. Public speaking is world's worst fear. It's higher than death. And actually studies show this, that it is really on the number one, and death is second. So to be fair, even the most extroverted among us will be at an increased heart rate and sweaty palms when they need to address a crowd. So an NLP really helps you with this public speaking skills. If you are interested to know more about how you can improve your public speaking or communication skills, you can connect with me on my LinkedIn or on my social media handles, and we can discuss this in detail on how we can actually improve communication, connections, and creativity in your communication. So let's move on to the next topic. For you, please connect with me on LinkedIn, and I'll be happy to share more with you. Thank you.